So this video is for you if you did not come to the Zoom meetings this week. It's going to cover what we talked about in class. So we talked about ecosystems. Ecosystems are communities of living and non-living things that work together. How big are ecosystems? Ecosystems have no size. Ecosystems are big, some ecosystems are small. A really big ecosystem might be the ocean, but a tiny, tiny drop of water like you see here, that can be an ecosystem too. It's any kind of community that has living and non-living factors working together. Where are ecosystems? They're everywhere. Some ecosystems are in water, like that tiny water droplet, ponds, oceans, rivers. Some ecosystems are in the air. We see the air, the clouds, all interacting with living things like bugs and birds. Some ecosystems are on land. Think of forests, rainforests, deserts, even cities are ecosystems. So things within an ecosystem depend on each other to survive. Take this example. Let's say you're in a forest ecosystem. The bunny eats the grass. It needs the grass to survive. The grass grows because it's fertilized by the worms. So the grass needs the worms. It all depends on each other. And what's crazy is that if the worms disappear, the grass will be impacted, but the bunny will be impacted too because it will lose its food. So everything in an ecosystem depends on each other to survive. And there really is this balance between the living things in an ecosystem and the non-living things. So when ecosystems are balanced, they are healthy, and every living thing has exactly what it needs. So the non-living parts of an ecosystem are called abiotic factors. Abiotic. A means not, and bio means life. Here are some examples. Go ahead and pause the video to read this over and think about which abiotic factors humans need. Okay, so humans definitely need water. We need air to breathe. We need light so that we don't have vitamin D deficiencies. The key here is that biotic factors need abiotic factors to survive. The living parts, like I just said, are biotic factors. Those are the living parts. So abiotic, not alive. Biotic, alive. And biotic factors are any type of animal, plant, humans, anything that's alive. Good. So biotic factors plus abiotic factors make up ecosystems. So look at this picture, pause the video, and identify one biotic and one abiotic factor. Okay, so for a biotic factor, I can see the tree, I can see the grass. I assume that there are a lot of bugs around too. For abiotic, I can see clouds, I can see the air, I can see the sunlight. Those would be the examples. So what if there is an imbalance in the ecosystem? What would cause an imbalance to happen in the ecosystem? There's actually two different kinds. First, we have natural causes of ecosystem imbalances. These are things like storms and natural disasters. You can read this list here. If any of these occur, it would affect an ecosystem. Let's look at a drought, for example. That's when all the water supply dries up and there's a severe lack of rain. If there's a drought and a pond dries up, all the animals that were living in that pond are going to die. And then all the animals that depended on that pond for food and water, they're also not going to survive. So these factors can really cause changes in ecosystems. The other category are the human impacts on ecosystems. This includes deforestation, cutting down trees, hunting, overhunting animal species, garbage, and pollution. So all of these things can disrupt the ecosystem's balance. Okay, so that's it for now. Go ahead and work on Unit 2, Task 1 in Google Classroom.